And now your Ironman Wisconsin bike course preview, which is considered pretty hilly. Once you exit the changing area and head to your bike, you got 112 miles through. Once you get on your bike down the helix, you went up the helix to get to transition, go down the helix, and once on course, you will navigate south and then west before arriving at the hilly two-loop course, taking you through the farmlands of Wisconsin. Athletes are known to be met with the most beautiful and challenging hills, with spectators cheering them throughout some of those peaks. In the town of Verona, athletes will be met by crowds lining the streets, cheering them on as they start their second loop and head back to the Monona Terrace. And one final push up the helix at the Monona Terrace, and athletes will find a dismount line and then prepare for their run. Hilly courses, especially on this course, there are some lines where they kind of promote it as a Tour de France type environment where they're right there on the roadside. It's exciting. Your adrenaline gets pumped up, the cheering, the cowbells. It's hard to stay within your zone when you're doing something like that.
Yeah, but I think it's exciting. I think it's good to sometimes get out of the zone and remind yourself while you're there and to have some fun and to enjoy the spectators and enjoy the support that's out there for you and to thank them.
So pacing on a hilly course when there's hundreds and possibly thousands of feet of elevation, how do you structure yourself to make that happen for yourself?
Well, being a two-loop course and being 112-mile bikes, you're going to be in your effort range, RPE wise on a scale of 1 to 10. You're going to be riding any time between a 4 and a 6. Try not to let your rate of perceived effort go much above a 6, especially on those climbs, and try to keep it steady while you're riding downhill. Being a two-loop course, if you're new to the area and you're not able to see the venue beforehand, you take that first loop on the lower RPI side so you get a feel of what the terrain is like, so you're better able to manage it the second loop. You definitely don't want to blow up. There is 4,120 feet of gain over 112 miles. So I think the nature of the hills and the rollers, I think it appears and it feels like there's more elevation gain than there really is due to that type of rolling course terrain. Some of the hills you're going to be able to stay aero. Some of them you're going to have to maybe get out of your saddle. So from a training perspective, we've advised that in some of the training details in the training program as far as kind of how to ride hilly courses and how to manage your rate of perceived effort, power, or heart rate when you're on a type of rolling terrain that your power and heart rate's going to fluctuate a lot. Unless you're experienced riding with power, then you're going to be more able to keep it steady, but your heart rate's definitely going to fluctuate. And it just depends on your experience, how much.
Yeah, with the over 4,000 feet of elevation gain, there are dozens of turns per loop. So having to pace and prepare for some of those corners. I remember when I was covering the race, I'd be on the back of a motorcycle. I was following the pros, and there were some hard left turns, right turn, 90-degree turns, some of them coming downhill where you can see the turn coming up. And it's just a matter of rolling with the turns. That's kind of an opposite term, but you roll with those turns and prepare for them. And it's not going to be boring. I can tell you that. There's some long stretches, but even with farmland and cows and fields and hills, this is not a boring course whatsoever, not in my opinion.
And it's been around. I was wondering, I couldn't remember, is Wisconsin part of when Ironman North America used to be around before World Triathlon Corporation bought Ironman North America? I was trying to think back if Wisconsin was part of that because it's been around for a long time. So it's obviously a great course. People love it. People keep coming back each year, and it's a beautiful course.
And there's a lot of patriotism associated with this course since 9/11 because it has been on 9/11. This year it's on September 10th, 2023. So that kind of it can become emotional for people who want to race on the day, carry a flag, and have a purpose behind their race. Their whys can be quite strong on the day.